history and still has that history with his name next to it. Good morning, everyone. It's 9:30 right now. Welcome back to CW Iowa Live, and we love our friends from the Y, Jackie.
That's right, and February is an important month because you have an annual campaign going on, Ruth, that we need to know about today, and you have the guy kind of leading the charge next to me over here, Clarence Hudson. So, Ruth, get us started. What is the annual campaign with the YMCA?
Sure. Well, everybody's familiar with the Y, our gyms, our pools, our athletic programs. What a lot of people don't realize is that the Y is a nonprofit organization. In fact, it's one of the oldest nonprofit organizations in Iowa. We've been around for 149 years as of this year. And the things we do in the community are supported by donors to a great extent. You know, we have members who pay to belong to the Y, but for all the programs we do in the community and provide at no charge, we rely on donors. And February is the month when we have our campaign. Our volunteers go out and make calls, and we tell people about the Y, our mission, what we do in the community, and how they can help.
So February is the month, campaign month.
That's right.
Do you have a goal for this month?
We do. Our goal this year for campaign.
Chuckling over here.
We have a goal, all right.
Okay.
Yes. Our goal is $1,529,000.
Just for the month of February?
Well, for this year, for 2017.
Oh, for the year. Okay.
So
no, was it $1,529,000? That's a nice round number. How in the world did you come up with that?
Well, we raised $1.5 million last year, and so we set our sights just a little bit higher.
You want to amp it up just a little bit.
That's right. Last year we gave $2.2 million in financial assistance to more than 18,000 people in our community. And so some of that comes from membership dollars. When you're a member of the Y, you support these programs, but as you can see, a big chunk of it comes through our annual campaign.
Now, speaking of annual campaign, Clarence, you're the chair of this year's annual campaign. How did you get involved with the Y in the first place?
Well, you know, if you hang around the Y long enough, somebody's going to ask you to do something. and there's a couple of people around back when I got involved early, and there's a couple people around now like Vicky and Ruth and Dave that you just can't say no to. And plus the fact that I've been involved with youth all my life. I coached football in high school and in college, so I know the need is out there. And so when I was asked to help, it was just easy to say yes.
You've seen it personally, and you can see how the YMCA can help out with situations like that.
Without a doubt. I mean, just there's a couple of programs around town that if people just want to go see what they're doing. You hear a lot of people talk about the education gap and what's going on there and some of the situations. There's a Starfish Academy program they've got going here in town with some of the elementary schools during the summer that really closes that gap, that has these kids working hard, not only in becoming citizens, but also in that education, in their reading skills improve, and most importantly, they don't lapse during the summer.
Right.
Those are just great programs. The swimming programs that the Y have to prevent people from drowning.
Right.
When I was born and raised in a little small town in Oklahoma. It was about 1,500 people, and I was born in a time when you couldn't go to the swimming pools. So we learned to swim in a cow pond, and we'd go run the cows out of the pond, and then we'd just go swimming. I mean, it's a wonder. I mean, it's amazing that I'm alive today. And we didn't have a Y so those kind of things. The Y helps in those situations where kids don't have an opportunity to learn.
And I think that's key. Where you said the Y helps because you agreed to be chair because of something special that happened with you.
Well, you know, I went through a little situation here in September where I had a tumor. And it was very, it was touch and go there for a long time. Yeah. And I remember being at Methodist Hospital, and one of the first people walked through the door that to pump me up, to give me hope, was Doug Reichard. And Doug Reichard has been a huge supporter of the YMCA all his life. But I even go back further than that because I walked into the Y in 1984, and one of the first persons I met was Bill Reichard.
Oh, sure.
And Bill Reichard came up to me and just was an amazing human being. I'm this young, new kid on the block, just came to Iowa, and he just kind of took me under his wing. Not only did Bill Reichard, but Tom Hamilton, Sr., another gentleman that was able to do that. And as an executive at Ruan Transportation, they kind of shepherded me around the community, and I opened a lot of doors for me that would not have been opened without those gentlemen just opening up their heart and being the kind of people they are. And those are the kind of folks you run into at the YMCA.
No question about it. So it's important for the community to support the Y, is what you're saying.
Oh, it's it's terribly important, because what people don't understand is all the things that the Y does. I mean, we're more than just a gym. We're more than just a swim and exercise location. We really help a lot of people in this community. And as Ruth mentioned here just a few minutes ago, is that no one is turned away from the YMCA for lack of funds.
Now, Ruth, Clarence was talking about some wonderful programs,
Right.
but there's even more that you could talk about this morning.
Sure. He talked about Starfish Academy, which is the summer enrichment program for kids from low-income areas who are at the greatest risk for losing those academic skills over the summer. And so the program that has kids come in, they get academic enrichment, they get lunch, they get time to socialize, and we really see the evidence that these programs work because those reading skills go up. Our fatherhood initiative, which I think we've talked about here on the show, for men who want to have better relationships with their kids, be more connected, more engaged fathers, and it helps give them the skills to do that. We see kids do better when they have a father's presence in their life. These men pay more child support when they're more connected to their kids. The ones that come out of situations where they've been in the justice system or incarcerated, they're less likely to reoffend when they have that strong relationship with their kids. And we have the evidence, we have the numbers to show that these programs work in the community. Girls on the Run is another program that we've had here on the show and talked about. The hundreds of young women who are gaining confidence, who are becoming more joyful, more ready to become young women through that program. Almost half of them receive financial assistance to participate in that program, and that comes from the dollars donated to the Y by donors.
And how wonderful that they see that not only a wonderful organization supports them, but as you saw in those photos there, the community supporting them as well with that wonderful thing that you do.
Okay, we're halfway through the month, and where are we standing now with the fundraising campaign? How are we doing so far?
Well, we're going to find out Friday. Every Friday during the month of February, we have kind of a check-in breakfast. All the branches send their campaign chairs, and they report in where they are with pledges. And last Friday was the first one we had. We were doing pretty well, and so this Friday we're hoping to be at 65% of our goal, and then push on and get to 100% and beyond by the end of February.
By telling these wonderful stories, we're hopefully encouraging you to give back to our local YMCA, and as you mentioned various branches, so people can go to their local branch if they want, or how can they give back if they're hearing about this morning?
Well, we have 400 volunteers. Clarence is heading them up as the chair, but there are 400 volunteers across the community who are going out making calls on people. So if you're called on by a volunteer, kind of listen to what they have to say, look deep, see if you can make a pledge to the Y. But if you're not called on by someone and you just want to support the Y and give, you can go to our website, dmymca.org, and there's a button there that says give. You can watch some videos of people who are giving little testimonials about what the Y's done in their life, or for them to help them. And you can give online, or there's a phone number you can call, and you can just call us and see about making a donation as well.
All right, well, we wish you the very best luck. What else is going on at the Y this time?
Oh, wow, we're busy. We've extended our membership promotion, so you have just a little less than a week. It ends Sunday. No joiner fee to join the Y right now, so that's a $50 savings. So now's a great time to come in and do that.
And that's through Sunday. Okay, so take advantage of that and help out the Y.
And Clarence, I would imagine in a situation like this, no amount is too small if people are just wanting to give back to their community in this way.
Exactly. One of the things that I know Ruth knows, and I know that there's about 4,500 donors currently right now. There's 600 to 700,000 people in the community. If the 700,000 that haven't given yet just sends in $1, that's 700,000. I mean, wow. I mean, just think about that. $1 to the YMCA. And of course, the YMCA is in a lot of communities. We're in Waukee, we're in South Des Moines, we're in downtown, we're in Ankeny, we're in Boone, we got the Y Camp. I mean, so it's not just one area. We encompass the whole city. I think there's something like 60,000 members of the YMCA right now. So even if those members just gave $1, that's 60,000. So there's a lot of ways to give, and there's a lot of things to think about when you want to give. One of the things that I talk about when I talk to people about the YMCA is that when you give to a charity and you give to the YMCA, it stays right here in Des Moines. You can walk into a building and see your money at work any day you want to see it.
Yeah, when you
wonderful.
give to the Y here locally too, you're helping more than just that one place that you may have given the money to. You're helping all the groups that are right here.
Right, and a lot of it is, in addition to programs, is just scholarships. We, as Clarence said, we strive not to turn anybody away for inability to pay. So come into the Y, even if you're a student or you're, you don't think you have the income to afford it, come in and talk to us. And we have generous donors who want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to be healthier and to give back to the community.
You can make it work.
Wonderful.
That's right.
So you might be hearing from Clarence or one of his
Yes.
wonderful volunteers
Yes.
very soon. If not, please head over to the website. Ruth, remind us what the website one more time.
dmymca.org.
Wonderful. And please give if you can.
And thank you for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you, guys.
9:41
you.
right now, and we will be right back. And when we return, folks, it'll be time for totally serious news and something fun you can do with your iPhone. That's coming up next.